Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This of course is another Animator Community. Today, we are getting into episode 100 of Gintama. God damn it, I can't believe it. It's only been like, what, 8 months since we started this? Well, yeah, about 8 months because this will be going up. When is this going to go up? I need to go look it up now. I just had it open to the Google Doc. So I started Gintama January 16th, and I'm recording this August 17th. However, this won't be going up until the 22nd, so close enough. We're getting almost 8-month anniversary. We got to 100 episodes. Technically, I haven't actually reacted to 100 episodes because I skipped the first 2 episodes because they're just celebrating the anime adaptation. So technically, we're only at 98 right now, but we passed the 100 episode mark. So I think that's really what counts, isn't it? Now, I'm not really sure what to expect from this episode because this is one of those episodes between arcs. I'm sure it's going to be great comedy because Gintama is always great for comedy. I'm just not sure what to expect because we're hopping off of a 2-episode arc and we're right before a 5-episode arc. So it's pretty crazy to me. But either way, I'm super excited to be getting into more Gintama. I'm always excited to get into more Gintama. Also, just remember, future me when I'm editing this, make sure to put some like confetti and shit, and maybe like, I don't know, the Price is Right theme when I'm mentioning that we're at the 100 episode mark, or episode 100 mark technically, earlier in this video. You know, whatever. We're gonna get into this episode. As always, unless you're new here, the links down in the description below. As always, unless you're new here, there will be links down in the description below, which will take you to the full-length uncut reaction. So go ahead and follow one of those links, and you can go watch the reaction, and then come back to YouTube for the discussion. So without further ado, let's get started with episode 100 of Gintama. Really meta, really great comedy episode, was just referencing everything like related to Shonen Jump, which I personally think that's a great subject for an episode because I just generally love like manga in general. I read a lot, as you can tell in the background. I just have a bunch of manga I've been collecting over the years. Almost 750. Goddamn, it's quite a lot. but yeah, there it is. Manga canon. Beautiful episode, and I think one of the reasons I love this episode even more so than I normally would have is because of the new opening and ending. Really good shit. But I like how they took because usually when they're like a piece of media refers to its creators and its source materials, it's usually in reference to the author themselves, and usually the hard life the author has gone through and the struggle they had to create their piece of work, their masterpiece, their magnum opus, the beautiful ass thing, you know. Bakuman obviously probably focused on the authors and creators. I didn't actually watch or read Bakuman, but I assume that's what it's about, you know. And obviously in a lot of so it was kind of like refreshing in a way that they're not like really, because I'm gonna say some things that I might be proven wrong about because I'm not really speaking from like experience or any hard evidence, but it would seem like, at least in stories of author and editor relationships I read online in regards to even Shonen Jump, it almost seems like the editors are always made out to be the bad guys. Like, editors obviously contribute a lot because they're responsible for reining in a creator's great ideas that they maybe don't necessarily have an idea of how they want to execute those ideas. So it's the editor's job to basically manage that kind of chaotic creative energy into something more cohesive, because despite there only really being so in a lot of cases in manga, despite there only being like one name on the front of the cover or on the spine, sometimes 2 if there's an author and a writer, it's not usually until like the end of the book where you see like a list of people that helped out the creation. So it might sometimes be easy to forget that mangaka don't make their manga alone. You know, obviously I feel like it's been told to me that Sorachi mentions his editor a lot, but it's just something worth pointing out that nothing is ever made by one person. So like Hideo Kojima, for example, he's not the only one who was responsible for a lot of the good stuff in the Metal Gear Solid series. I'm a fan of it, but it wasn't just him. It's important to realize that. So it was just interesting and like kind of refreshing in a way to see an editor's perspective, or like seeing things and how the editor works. Like, man, even in because I've watched or read a little bit of the Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun manga, and we see two types of editors. The really pushy and kind of like unreliable editor, and then the much more reliable editor. So, as far as I know, it doesn't happen very often. Where the editor, we see the editor's perspective, the editor of a creation's perspective. You know what I mean? I don't know if what I said makes any sense, but yeah, whatever. But I'm really excited to get into the next 5 episodes, especially with the new opening and ending, because that was part of what made the Benizakura arc, is part of why I remember Benizakura arc being really hype. It's because the 5th ED, Shura, I believe, by Does. Oh, such a good ED. I can't remember what the opening was, but I just I keep the thought of that ED in my mind all the time. It's so good. So I'm very hopeful for the quality of this next arc. And you know what? The imagery of all the younger versions of the characters, and then there was also like a blonde, kind of curly-haired Shinsengumi member. In either the opening or the ending, but I'm excited to get to the next arc. So that's pretty much all I had to say about this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and the notification bell so you don't miss a single upload in the future. Thank you once again for watching. Peace.